Oh, good. Excited to talk to you.
Same here.
Your new film looks great. We'll be diving into that in a little bit. But before that, here at Bionic Buzz, we're all about people's passion. You're an award-winning filmmaker, director. Where did your passion for filmmaking kind of come from? A certain movie inspired or something that was just natural for you as a child?
Actually, that's a great question, Stephen. When I was a child, I used to go a lot to the movies. I was privileged to be able to watch pretty much every movie that came out. And at a very early age, I remember going to the movies with my mother. I was at the age of 7, and I was paying attention. I already seen this movie, and I was paying attention to how they did certain different shots, and not paying attention to the plot, but I was trying to figure out how did they do that? How did they do it? And then when we were on our way home, I told my mom, you know what, Mom? How do you know what I'm going to do when I grow up? And they said, what do you want to do when you grow up? And I said, I want to be a director. And, you know,
that's awesome.
When you're a kid, a lot of times parents say, oh, come on, you should study, you should do this. My mother said to me, you know what? That's great. Do whatever you want to do, but try to be the best that you can be at whatever you do. So they give me enough motivation to pursue my dream. Although I went to study another career, I studied business administration. Thanks to that career, I was able to get into the film industry, but not what I wanted to do. And as a working in the office, I gave up my secure job, let's put it that way, to start working.
I know that feeling, yeah.
To start to work as a grip. I started pulling cables, and then as a grip, and then as a gaffer, and then as best boy, and then as start helping the lighting guy, and then started lighting. Then I went to move into the camera department, third assistant, second, first. Then I became a DP. I DP for 6 years. Then I started directing my own stuff, and then I won a couple of awards. And then I stayed directing. I've been directing for over 20 years. And that's how I accomplished my career.
I love it. Well, you had the passion and you went for it. And it wasn't an overnight sensation. I think a lot of people got to know that. You really got to put in the work and time for it, you know? Yes,
I did. Yes, I did, Steven. But like I said, well, like I always said, no matter what you do, but if you're passionate about what you do, more likely you'll be successful. But if you just do it for the money, more likely you will not succeed. You have to be passionate about what you do. So I've always been passionate about doing films. Not only doing, I'm also very passionate about sharing my knowledge. I'm very passionate about other people, helping other people. I'm also a production consultant for other colleagues because I really want everybody to succeed. But if you don't share knowledge, I mean, me that I already have gone 30 years of experience, that I know what not to do in order to accomplish things, or how to do them in order to gain awards, or how to do it to make a lot of money. All that I like to share with people, so that people will make the same mistakes that I make. That's what it's all about. Yeah.
Well, I love it. Well, congratulations! Your latest film, Secret Scandal. I'm not even gonna attempt to try to do the Spanish version of it. I'll probably butcher it because I'm dyslexic.
Okay.
How do you pronounce it?
Secret Scandal. Okay. During the quarantine. There you
go. It just launched last Friday on DistroTV. For those unfamiliar about DistroTV, can you explain a little about before we get into the movie?
Sure. DistroTV is the largest growing platform in America. And the reason I decided to sign up with DistroTV, this movie, is because not only I love the platform, I love the diversity of their programming, but what I like, and they, of course, they're launched last Friday throughout Latin America, worldwide, with this movie. But what I like about Distro is that it's absolutely free for the viewers. So that's, excellent. I mean, you cannot beat that. And
yeah, absolutely.
So
I mean, we have so many streaming services now that we pay for. It's like most people just don't want to add it anymore, you know.
Exactly. So they, although they have very good quality programming, they still don't charge. And the idea is not to charge the viewers, and I like that a lot. So that's the reason I signed with them, with DistroTV, and I think it's a great platform. Although they've been in the market in the US for more than 3 years, I think it's a really wonderful platform to showcase new programming.
Very cool. So Secret Scandal, I assume this is something you kind of wrote, put together during the pandemic, just something to do. I mean, it looks very excellent. I mean, it looks, you know.
Yeah, actually, Stephen, yes, I wrote. I'm an author of Penguin Random House. Before the pandemic, I finished writing a book, which I presented at one of the largest fairs in Latin America. It went very well. I supposed to start touring the book in 5 different countries. And of course, 2 weeks into the pandemic, everything got canceled. But like everybody else, we got isolated and all of our plans did change forever, not for a while, forever, because things won't be the same again. So I decided to continue to write. I wrote a web series called A True Winner. I sold that one. And then I said, what am I gonna do next? Write and sell? No, I want to reactivate the industry. So I came up with this crazy idea and started writing a Secret Scandal, which is a comedy. What I wanted to do with this movie, Stephen, I wanted to, we were going to a lot of crazy thoughts. People were feeling depressed because they were at home. You know how it was.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So what I wanted to do is I wanted to create something that had to do with what we were going through, but I wanted to do it in a way that it can distract you from what you're going through and have you laugh with the story. So that's what I did, and it turned out pretty good, pretty funny.
Yeah. Well, talk about, I guess, you probably had to direct over Zoom. The people just probably, I shot their own cameras in their own places, I would assume, you know?
Yes. Well, of course, there were a lot of obstacles at the beginning because also was shot during the pandemic. And of course, when I start, as a director, you make your wish list of actors. And then I start calling each actor. I send them part of the synopsis, part of the script. And I said, I love it. It's very funny. I like it. I want to be in it. So my first 9 actors says, yes, yes, yes. But you, as a director, you always have a supplement, just in case that one can't, you have a second one. So I called 3 of them and said, no, I would love to be in it. I love to be in it. So I start creating more characters. So I pretty much had, if you put together my best 3 movies out of my 16, you won't find this cast in 3 movies. I was able to put together in one film 24 very talented international, well-known internationally actors from the U.S., Mexico, and Colombia, Dominican Republic, and Venezuela. So it was just insane. It's never done before, but of course there was other few questions. For example, we couldn't go to a set and shoot it, so I created a way to go shoot it at most scenes at their houses. And the other obstacle that I had is, but what about COVID? I said, what about it? Well, I mean, it's at the highest peak. How are we gonna? So I investigated and I became certified COVID-19. So not only they taught me how to disinfect the equipment, but how to do the test. So we were doing the test every day. For every time we moved, we did the test, or we go into somebody's house, we did the test, not only for us, but for the people that were in the house. So I did between 10 to 20 tests per day for 60 days. At that, of course, now a lot of people do those tests, but at that time, there was very few people that did it.
Oh yeah.
And not only that,
to get hands on them,
yeah, and not only that, the price for each test was $150 to get the results right on the spot. But thanks to that, they felt very comfortable with it, and they went ahead and accepted my offers, my proposal. And although we were shot in 3 different countries, we shot in Mexico, Colombia, US, and 6 cities, of course, Los Angeles, New York, Hollywood, Mexico City, Rosarito, Mexico, Colombia, Bogota, Cartagena, Medellin. I was in touch with about a little over 50 people, and nobody got sick because we took those precautions.
Yeah.
So health first, the passion next. So that's
absolutely.
That's how we were able to accomplish this film.
Well, there's a couple cast members I recognize I want to get into. First off, Pancho Moeller. I mean, I loved him in Candy Corn. He was also in Rob Zombie's Three from Hell. You know, how'd you get that amazing actor?
Well, when Pancho wrote the script, he really loved it, and of course, his concern was same thing, COVID. So, like I told you, everything I did, and he felt very comfortable with it. We come to a negotiation with his agent, and we set up our date to shoot, and we shot it, and he's very funny, very talented. And when you see the scenes in the movie, it's just they flow wonderful. And well, after I'll go into onto what was my message with this movie. Go ahead.
I was gonna say Danny Trejo. I mean, you actually have him in the movie, but you also got him holding two machetes, which is pretty classic, you know, for his obviously his past work in the machetes movies.
Yes, well, working with Danny was a lot of fun. He's a great guy. Yeah. Actually, I remember.
Did he bring any of his donuts or tacos to the set?
Actually, some of his donuts are on the set on the film. So yes, yes, it was great. Yes, he also had vegan donuts, so it was great. Yes, when I did the pitch to Danny, he really liked the character. He liked the idea, and so when I put it together and we shot it, it was great. It was great, and not only that, but those machetes that are on the movie, he signed them. And we're gonna be raffling them. We're gonna be raffling them throughout DistroTV on a nice frame with picture of Danny and signed by him. Not only that,
that's awesome.
Yeah, we have that. We have two hats from Tommy Trump. We have the best use for one of the best that Danny Trejo used. We're gonna raffle that one too. Two scripts signed by everyone in the cast. Two posters signed by everybody in the cast. It's gonna be a lot of fun giving all this stuff away.
Very cool. Awesome. Well, anyone else in the cast? I mean, you could tell me some. I might not be familiar with some. Maybe they're huge stars in Mexico or Colombia, you know? Yeah,
actually, I got 5 of the major stars of Mexico, which is Lorena Herrera. It's a very well-known actress in Mexico and in Hispanic market here in the US. Armando Hernandez, Platanito, Ninel Conde, Ricardo Hill. So what I did is, this is what I did, Steven, and I want people to really pay attention to this. I got not only I got the very big names from Colombia, from Dominican Republic, from Venezuela, from Mexico, and from the US, but I wanted to send out a message, and the message for this movie was that no matter how difficult things are, if we really work together, despite of race, gender, inclusive language, if we work together, we can make something phenomenal happen. And I love that. This is a proof of that. I came up with an idea during the pandemic. I know it seemed impossible. As a matter of fact, a lot of people say
the impossible.
Right. A lot of people told me that I was crazy.
Oh, I bet a ton of people.
They saw my vision, and they shared my vision, and we got together and we did it. And this is the message. This is a proof that no matter how difficult things are, we really work together, we can really make things happen.
Well, congratulations on the movie. What's in the works for you now? Are you allowed to talk about any upcoming projects? I know a lot of times people have NDAs and stuff, or can't. But anything you're allowed to talk about? Sure.
Well, I'm working on the rest of my programming that I'm gonna be putting on DistroTV, and I'm just finishing up a reality show that I started right after I shot this movie. It'll be done in April. It's called Eternal Beauty, which hopefully it'll be also out on Distro. But of course, I don't make that call because I'm just the director. You know, it's funny, but this movie's been a total success since we started shooting it, because I remember media was going like crazy after us trying to get interviews because nobody was shooting during the pandemic. So we've been talking about or starting the works for the production of the sequel, or
Awesome.
the web series based on Secret Scandal. So all depends on what the results are in the next 2 months. We'll decide which way to go. But
you mentioned about the contest. How do people sign up to get the signed machetes and other props from the movie?
Well, I'm sure it's going to be like very simple trivia questions regarding the film. So first of all, you have to watch the film. I think the how to win them. They're gonna post them on DistroTV. You can follow. They can follow them on Instagram. I'm sure they're gonna be there. They should be out in the next 2 weeks at the most, and the people can find out how to win all this. And I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. Like I mean the memorabilia is wonderful. It's beautiful. I wish I would have said no. I'm just gonna give out 3 things, but I was so excited. I said I'm gonna give out everything that I have, and I'm not gonna end up with nothing.
I hope you at least keep something from it.
but I don't.
You always
care,
have the memories, that's for sure.
Yeah, exactly. And it's always fun to share all this stuff with people, and because everybody's part of the success. I mean, like I said, I created this. Okay, I came up with the idea. I created this. People saw me share my vision. They did it. But for example, without you sharing what I did, it wouldn't be as successful as it's going to be. So I also thank you for being part of the success, Stephen.
No problem. Well, are you on social media where we can follow your journey going forward?
Sure, because like I said, I always share my knowledge. I do workshops, master workshops about filmmaking with new talented people that want to make it in the business. And what I do, I mentor them pretty much. I give them all the knowledge that I have. I give them all the tools they need, not only the standards of the industry, my formulas, but I also give them my secrets. And the reason I do this is because I want them to succeed in the shortest period of time, because this is what it's all about. They can follow me and find out when it's gonna be my next workshop, or what I'm gonna be doing next at Jorge Cano TV, JorgeCano TV. That's my Instagram account. I post everything there.
Awesome. Well, keep up the amazing work, and thank you so much for taking your time to talk to me.
Stephen, thank you very much for allowing me to come on your show. I really like it, and I hope if this is not the first time, I hope we.
Let's talk down the road for your next project. I would love that.
Sounds good. I'm all in.
Right.